better at it. So we run training all the time, not just TWS, TPG, Fourth, and does that. So this one is going to be on the official Bellum server today. And then we'll do, I'm also going to do this training again, TWS internal on Thursday. So a lot of these groups do this kind of stuff. So we'll give it 4 more minutes for any stragglers, and then we'll lock in and I'll set expectations for the class. Yep. All right, well, I teach with a lot of F-bombs, so I'll try not to, but...
I'll scream when you do.
Yeah, I got you.
Any C words.
Alright, so...
Beagle, I'm going to try to keep my questions to a minute.
Nope, no worries. I'll set expectations at the beginning of the class, so this isn't like my mentor, so I can come hang out, ask questions kind of course right now, especially because we're on the official Bellum. And I'm impatient, so I'm only going to wait 1 more minute for stragglers, and then we're going to get kicked off.
That was a very fast 4 minutes.
Listen, 3 minutes is a long time. That's all I'm going to say on it.
Brother, whenever you said the GOAT one, that time schedule is probably not going to be working like that.
Yeah.
Even the menu music in the game is good.
You guys see my highlighter?
Yes, we do.
My laser pointer. Thank you. All right, so I'm bad at looking at chat while we do this, so I'm sorry if you ask a question in there and I don't see it. Victor can always message me, and I can look at it on my phone because I only roll with my little curve monitor. But let's rock and roll. Welcome to the TWS Asymmetrical and Insurgent Tactics class. My name is Beagle. So the way we're going to be operating here is the class is going to be about the composition of a cell in Bellum, what your squad looks like, kind of what your assets are available, some of the alternative movement techniques that you can use and how you can shift fire or shift your element and react to contact while not playing like Ranger or Satyr, and then a bare basic introduction to bait and ambush techniques, right? So the conditions of this class, we're going to do this, a quick PowerPoint. I want to respect your time, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. So I don't want to kill you with PowerPoint. So I'm going to try and get this as clearly across as possible before we get into the training server and actually put it into some application, right? So some of the things that are referenced throughout this, how this class was built, was off the Viet Cong Strategy and Tactics manual from 1969, some Insurgent Tactics in Southern Afghanistan intelligence reports off from 2009 from the Marine Corps. Some of the other things I learned in counter mobility and mobility stuff and over the years. So that's kind of the basics of it. All of this is geared towards Bellum, right? So it's a video game. Not everything in real life transfers over to a video game. And I know some classes love to be doctrine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I really want to make this as applicable as possible to you guys so you get the maximum amount of effort. So some of my standards, while we're in this class, make sure you're following TWS rules, which is as far as be a good dude, and follow all the Discord terms of service, and make sure you treat others with respect. So this is a class and not really a discussion. So if you have any comments or doctrinal differences, like I said, I'm U.S. Army coded, so that's what I know, that's what I love, and that's what I did for a long time before I retired. But the way I operated is different from the way the United States Marine Corps operates, in the same way that the Royal Marines and the French Commandos and every other NATO-coded army and military work. So if you hear some doctrinal differences or some of the way I say things, I'm sorry. See if you can kind of adapt to your own kind of terminology. If you have some concerns about that or you want to discuss more, feel free. I'll probably hang out after class a bit. We can kind of talk those differences. But like, let's not slow down the class with that. And I will call you out in the middle of the class if we're getting off topic. So are there any questions, concerns before I get this kicked off?
Roba is good.
Fucking air scuba. So let's get into the basics of the composition of a cell, and it's not just the powerhouse and the mitochondria. So your cell leader is you, or is a squad leader. Is there the person who's in charge? They have 8 magazines, 7.62, 3 frags, 2 smoke, and a command det IED. If you look at this composition right here, just the 8 mags, 3 frag, 2 smoke. This is what basically every single individual rifleman, regardless of their role, has. So the medic has 8 mags, the grenadier has 8 mags. The only difference is that they have something extra. The team leaders, Alpha Bravo, you guys don't get jack shit. So if you're playing in that role, you're basically just a rifleman with a radio. And then when you're in these kind of squads, this lets you know what's available to you, right? So your alpha element their special is the 40 mic grenades, and they have the medic. The medic can and usually will be detached from your team. So kind of prepare to operate in alpha, whether you're the team leader or the grenadier, as sort of a 2-man team, in the context of using some of the tactics we'll talk about in this class. Same thing with Bravo. Bravo as your Bravo team leader and the machine gunner. You're the support by fire element. You're able to put down the most rounds. You are most likely the decisive and most important member of this cell. There is an argument for the RPG because it has 5 rockets and the OFG, and they can put down significant fires. But when it comes to your RPG team, your main concern, whether you're the gunner or the team leader, is putting down accurate fire on typically hard targets, right? Shooting a fucking heat round into the middle of the field, it can be useful, it can help. But if you can really lock in some of those fires onto like, oh, look, there's a squad around the building, you'll have way more success. So your total assets, you have a lot of shit going on, right? And if you think about AZ plays and operates very differently from the rest of the factions. You don't have armor. You move 15% faster than any of the other elements, and you need to have certain techniques and ways to play. Can anyone kind of shout out real quick, like, what's the preferred play style of AZ? How should you be kind of operating?
Hit and run.
Hit and run.
Hit and move.
Hit and run. So we always hear that, like, all right, we're AZ, hit and run. What I see 9 times out of 10 when we're playing, oh, hold on, I need to turn down the volume on the Bellum game because I'm in the server right now. 1 second. It's unprofessional of me. I'm sorry. All right, back in. One of the things I see all the time is we'll talk about, all right, hit and run, and then everyone will start running their squads like they're in range of bat, right? You're Alpha in front, Bravo in back, you're all running together. And that is not the ideal way to play an insurgent type of team, right? So let's talk about some of the alternative movement tactics that you can use, whether you're in a fire team all the way up to a platoon size. So this wedge formation, and we're going to be talking more on the squad size, this can be scaled up and down. So this forward element, your alpha team, this could be your first squad. This could be Bravo squad. This could also just be your fire team. This could be your alpha team leader. This could be your rifleman. This could be your medic. So this kind of scales, right? Everyone's kind of seen fire team wedge formation squad movements. It takes the idea that you have a lead element, which is in this example, your alpha team, kicked out significantly ahead as kind of a reconnaissance observation team, first point of contact. So this formation is best used, and you'll see that there's no specific like distances because this is determined on your terrain. You would ideally use this kind of direction when you're spreading out and you're the furthermost unit in an area, right? So 1-6 wants 1-1. Hey, you guys are going to kick out far north. You guys are tip of the spear. I need you to reconnaissance, find out where they're fucking at before they hit the cache. This is one of those formations you can use. So this point, we'll take contact first. Everyone's spread out. And when it comes to Ranger or Satyr, when they use those ISR assets, they're only potentially seeing just a 2-man team, just a 3-man team. They're not seeing that, oh shit, there's a whole fucking bunch, there's an entire squad size element right in this wood line. Does that kind of make sense? That kind of context?
Yeah.
So if you're in the United States Marine Corps, you'll kind of be more familiar with this. I think the Royal Marines do something similar. But this 3-man kind of team, there's some doctrinal, like conventional army tactics with it, but that you can kind of refix and refocus to AZ and some insurgent tactics. So this next formation we're going to talk about is the staggered V formation. This is one of the types of movements that we can use that's a little bit more controlled. And when you're following along in specific directions, for example, you're maneuvering your element through like a woodline in a forest. So your alpha team is going to be in front, right? Your Bravo team's in back because they have the machine gun. And also going back to this one, keep your machine gun on the side of most likely contact. So these positions are everything's flexible. Anyone can be in any spot, but try and keep your machine gunner out of being the point man. But the machine gunner is in the back of this formation, and then you have your Charlie team, which is your RPGs. They have some effective fires and something that they can use to distract and pull off, kicked out to the side. It doesn't need to be the right. It doesn't have to be the left. Try and kick it out to your most likely contact side. So if we're maneuvering north and we know that the enemy's most likely going to be in the northeast, you're trying strong side to the east. And like I said, these distances are all determined by squad leader, or if you're in a team size, by the team leader, or if you're doing a platoon size movement, by the PL. It all scales, and those are kind of considerations you make. So with these formations, can anyone tell me what similarities they see between the wedge formation and the staggered V formation? Anybody?
There's a potential to hide information from the enemy, like with tree lines and terrain.
Okay, yeah. Good concept. Let's focus a little more on the formation itself, like how it's set up.
Point.
It's the same shape, just rotated.
Exactly.
Oh,
it's
shit.
the same shape, but it's rotated.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever said that, if I can pat yourself on the back, that's exactly the concept we're thinking about. So if you look here in the wedge formation, right, and I'll talk about react to contact in a second. If you take contact from the north, you react in this formation. But if you take contact from this side, well, if you reorient your guns in this way, what formation are you in? You're in the staggered V. Same thing here. So we'll talk about those react contacts, and that might be a little bit more clear for you. So there's a lot on the screen. I know that. Just kind of follow my little red arrow, and I'll get you there. So you have your lead element, your alpha team, right? You're pushed up ahead. You guys are maneuvering down. You're the reconnaissance element. Your alpha team takes fire, right? What do you do? How do you react? What is the best practices? So you're AZ, so you move significantly faster. So you're able to break contact way quicker. But also because you're AZ and you're the forward element, you don't want to get yourself locked into these firefights like we do when we're Ranger and we're Satyr. If you've ever played with me, you'll know I'm just like Gan. I fucking love assaulting. I love being aggressive. I love violence faction. And if I see a fucking two-man team, I am liable, and I know it's a fault on my end, to fucking get myself suckered into an ambush like that because it's fun. But what you need to do when you're playing AZ, you need to be a little bit more disciplined, right? So as a squad leader or team leader, you need to realize like, hey, okay, alpha's in contact, hold, fix, orient your guns. So you're not necessarily immediately returning fire like you'll do in Battle Drill 1. You can hold your fire, and this is a thing you tell as a squad leader or as a team leader. Hey, Bravo, Charlie, hold your fire. Alpha, I want you to fucking dump some rounds, pop smoke, pull back, time now. Let's make a fucking V. So they'll break contact off, and the whole intent is that aggressive Ranger squad fucking Satyr boys led by, Beagle or Gan is like, oh, hell yeah, these bitches, we're getting after them. We roll up, and then suddenly it's turned into your team took contact into they're in a fucking firefight where machine guns are on the left and fucking rockets coming in from the right. And this kind of maximizes your available assets while not getting your fucking team immediately wiped as soon as you get into a wood line. Does that make sense from everybody? Any questions on that?
Well, good.
All right, no questions, moving on. So react to contact for your staggered V is very simple and very similar. All it takes is your alpha team leader needs to know what side your kicked out element is pushed off to. So if you're strongholded right, where Charlie's on the east side or the right side, alpha team knows that if they ever take contact, they're going to break contact back and to the left, remaking that V formation. The intent is always to reform with a V towards the enemy. So you break contact, right? Your Bravo team can't fire initially. They're shifting over. You're communicating with your Bravo, and then you engage. Like I said, if you're in a near ambush, this might have to be immediate fires. If it's a far ambush, you're keeping it quiet, you're keeping it disciplined, so that way the Rangers don't know there's a full squad size out here, and it's not just a recon element. And now using these concepts, if we go back to the formations, right? In this formation, Alpha takes contact, we're moving north, they break off, you have a V. If you take contact from the right side, Charlie team is going to break contact. Anybody?
They're gonna go
down, straight down, right? You're making the V again. Every time you're making the V, you take contact from the left, they go down, you have a V. And if you need to continue to break contact, all you have to do, this one goes down, they hold, the other two stagger back. And that's how you break contact. It's a very simple, it's very flexible. You're able to maximize your fires. If you need to alternate it, you can. That's a squad leader kind of decision. But even if you're operating as a fire team, say you're the alpha team, you're walking in front, alpha team leader's right here, you have your grenadier, and your medic is attached, and you take contact, holy shit, squad leaders hit, or team leaders hit, this dude is able to fucking get his fires on, this dude's able to get his fires on, you're not all bunched up because you're getting your spacing, because spacing is the most important goddamn thing, and your team leader can break contact off, and you can use the same exact concept all the way down to the team level. So, and like I said again, it scales up. This could be a whole ass squad. Squad and squad.
So this is promo. So generally you want the flat of the V, or rather the like a diamond, you want the flat end of it to be facing the enemy rather than the point.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So the point's pulled off, and it allows you to constantly shift and lift your fires. Because, for example, if you're back in this V over here, Alpha's already broken contact here, Bravo's here, and you're getting assaulted here, right? Well, you're not going to pull them both back at the same time. You can reorient this gun in this direction, this gun in this direction, and Charlie can pull back down. It gives you a lot of flexibility. These kind of concepts were built off of some of the VC in Vietnam, and everything's going to be against America in this, and then some of the Taliban tactics. Granted, we're not going to be talking about the swarm tactics, which is also a fantastic insurgent technique, but the only way we can effectively use that in Bellum is that we get 4 lives. So you can be a little bit more froggy when it comes to kind of your movements and your break contacts, but not too much more. So, but like I said, and we're going to get some walkthroughs on this in the practical and training server 2 when we get there, but these concepts apply in all directions. So if we have no questions on these kind of react contacts, we're going to kind of shift over into our next block. Last chance for any questions. All right, we're moving on. So welcome to an introduction to bait and ambush, right? So this is a real world example from the Farah province in 2008, US Marines versus the Taliban. And I'm going to actually give you a better picture because I had one made. What happened, right, is the Taliban forces attacked. It was a small team, and there was a United States Marine Corps squad that they were engaging. They knew the Marines were aggressive and that they would continue to follow. So they broke contact here. They did a little small ambush, and they pulled back, right? So they were the bait. They had a small ambush. They had their, and I'll talk about this in a bit, but they had their fallback point and their killing field, and they were able to surround and kill that squad. They didn't kill the entire squad. I believe it was their JTAC went down, 1 dead, multiple wounded, and they had to get rescued. And I will post any of the documents I used or share if you need it. And this class will also be shared inside the TWS tactics or Bellum training. So you'll be able to follow on this later. But the main concepts of the baited ambush, and I got a little acronym for you, is to be smart, fight, kill, and bounce, right? So you have the bait, right? You have the group, your alpha team up front who draws in that enemy. And because you're the one doing the ambush, you're the one having a small ambush. So they take fire, you engage them. More often than not, you're playing against rangers, and they're gonna. What is the battle drills? Like, what's react to contact, react to ambush battle drill? Anybody?
For Rangers?
Yeah, for general army, U.S. Army, NATO style, like a near ambush or far ambush.
Turn and burn. Assault
Get in line.
Maneuver.
Get in line and maneuver.
Yeah. So attack, right? They attack back. They get in line, assault through, kill the ambush. So your whole goal as AZ is to use that kind of tactic against them, right? You're making that small ambush with your lead element and drawing them in with your fallback point into kind of a killing area, killing zone, so that way you can initiate fires with a bigger ambush. So let's take this kind of real world shit and translate it over into Bellum. Welcome to the Bellum map, right? Before we say anything, I want you to look at the Alpha team, the Charlie team, and the Bravo team. What can somebody see about how they are formatted?
They're in a triangle.
Any comments?
4V.
You're in a triangle. What does that look like that we talked about today?
Staggered V.
Wedge.
And that's
Staggered
V. This would be either a staggered V or a wedge. So the direction of travel is this way. So this would be a wedge, right? So the cool thing about using these tactics as AZ is that you can quickly translate your movement technique, which is wedge, right, into an ambush. So you're moving here, you're moving here. Hey, my Alpha team, this is a good spot. We're going to set up an ambush here. So you can go from a hasty react to contact to making it into an ambush. So from here, and this is some more squad leader, team leader kind of considerations, right? So you want to put your ambush element in a spot where they're overlooking somewhere and where they're likely able to ambush. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this area, but this is Yellow House. I'm sure a lot of you have gone into a firefight here. So Yellow House,
favorite.
It's one of the big one last play test there.
Yeah, so it's a pretty common spot, and I picked this so that way you can have kind of an understanding. It's not the best spot because of some dead space, but if you look here, the Alpha element, the bait team, is able to see into kind of the village, right? They have good eyes, good observation, so they can serve as an observation point, right? Even if your whole job as 1-1 is to screen down here for the cache that's set, this is a great spot. And to turn this spot from just an observation point, all you have to do is set up your other teams in order to support an ambush. So let's talk about if they do an ambush, right? So they're overlooking, they see Rangers coming up. Squad leader is going to be like, okay, here, we're posting up. I'm going to have you guys conduct small ambush. You can maneuver your element and your composition to what makes best sense. So for just kind of bare bones example, I shifted the AT team and the Bravo machine gunner on this ridgeline, right? Because the terrain dictates like that makes the most sense. Terrain, dependent and mission dependent, you could have your AT still kicked out over here or your machine guns over here. It's all flexible. Those are kind of things that you can control as squad leader. But if you're playing as a team leader or you're that individual in the AT team or you're the machine gunner, you can tell your squad leader, team leader, you can make recommendations like, hey, I know I'm in a Bravo team and you guys told us to hold over here. What if I shifted over to the rest of the AT squad and I got up there? I think that would make sense. And then, it's on your team leader or squad leader to make that determination. If they don't, it is what it is. Whatever. You'll still kill, fight, win. If they take it, hell yeah, let's rock and roll. So I like to use my Alpha team in kind of these roles because I'm sorry, you're the least important. And I don't ever send my medic out there. So, try not to get your medic killed. In these kind of roles, it's very likely that your Alpha team is going to get fucked up. But pop smoke, get your ranges, and break off. So if we go over here, and real quick, if you want to make your ambush a little more complex, can anyone immediately spot the IED? You can't,
it's a negative,
but it's right here. It's right there. That's the IED. And if you can't see it, they can't see it. And let me tell you, AZ does not utilize their IEDs enough. I've every time I've played, I've tried to use mine. When I won 6, I try to make sure that's pushed out there. I did a match with a couple of you guys. I don't know if you remember, but at least Victor and Gan, where we did like a attrition defense and we initiated our defensive fires with IEDs. So pretend we have this village there. We have set up IEDs over here. We fucking waited for them to walk. Everyone was hiding and we fucking blew the fuck up and then everyone stood up and fired. And it's so much fun if you play it like that. So try your best. If you're a squad leader, try to utilize that IED. Try to think about it. If you're a team leader, remind your squad leader. Same thing. Even if you're a fucking rifleman, like, hey, squad lead, we could put a fucking IED on this fucking this water crossing or right across it. Like, you guys got to use it. It's such a fucking effective tool. Same thing with your grenadier. Fucking lock that shit in. You can use your grenade launcher to narrow in your fires. And I know this is a little slightly off topic, but if you have the smoke grenade launcher in your Rangers, fucking fire a regular grenade to get your range, switch to smoke, pop it on the enemy, switch back to your regular. Now everyone knows where the fuck they are and everyone can narrow in their fires. But that's, neither here nor there. This is fucking AZ, baby.
Question on the IEDs.
Go for it.
Does each SL get 1 per game?
Yep. Yeah, it's 1 per game unless you. Let me double check. Yeah, one. You have 1 command that IED. You have the anti-tank mine IED as compared to the
Saboteur.
Yeah.
Artillery shell. It's more like a
The
landmine.
1-8.
Yeah, the 1-8. So it's not as big, but it's a fucking still 50-meter fucking kill zone.
And
So
then
use that to your advantage.
So let's say you place your IED.
Yep.
Everything's quiet. Can you pick it up?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can pick it up and move it. So you're not locked into where you put it. Do remember where you put it, because I may or may not have put down IEDs and then couldn't find it because the trees all look the same to me. So don't be like me. Be better. So back into this. So let's say your alpha team has taken contact, right? So we used that acronym earlier: be smart, fight, kill, bounce, right? Be smart, fight, kill, bounce. We're using those concepts here. Your bait team initiated a small ambush, right? They're going to fall back to a pre-established point, or even not even a pre-established. If you have the time as a squad leader, do it. If you don't have the time, as a team leader, just let them know, hey, you're breaking contact in this direction. So they have that fallback point. And then you have your killing zone. The ideal is that your Op 4 is hyper fixated on your Alpha team, and your Charlie team and your Bravo are being smart, disciplined AZ soldiers, and they're not firing until given the command. So that way they are tunnel visioned on these boys. If they can get across, you're going to have a fantastic day. But if they don't, right? Thankfully, we made this a slightly complex type of operation. We have an IED here. Well, shit, they're not having a good fucking day. So these are kind of the concepts that need to be done a little bit more as AZ, because you're so mobile and people keep trying to play it like you're Rangers. You're not Ranger Bat. You don't have fucking optics or anything, and you're way more squishy. So you need to be more disciplined with your fires. You need to pick and choose your engagements, and you need to be able to break contact effectively and often. So far, does anyone have any kind of questions about what we went over today?
Question.
Go for it.
Diddy.
Go ahead. Well, knowing Ranger react to contact, I would expect a possible flank towards Bravo. So
Yeah,
if in the scenario where the Rangers do spread out, like, can you talk about that?
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. So in this terrain, and I know this picture isn't the greatest, right? But I chose Yellow House because it's obvious, but these elements still have eyes along this MSR and these fields here, right? So if they flank an ambush or they flank and try to assault through, you can still shift your fires onto them. The only reason why I don't love this spot is because of this kind of dead space in this ridge and down here. You're really trying to draw them in for this specific example, but the most ideal would be if this was down and they could see more, right, in the middle of a field. And those are kind of considerations you make, because Rangers, they're gonna one of them's gonna fix in place, the other one's gonna flank left or right.
Yeah.
So ideally, if they flank here, that's okay. If they do this direction, these teams are set here. They're already watching. That's why you have a team kicked out in this direction. If they flank this way, well, what's going to happen? Alpha team is breaking contact away from the original point of fire. Now they have to cross over an open field in order to assault them. Now you're pulling them into that ambush. Now you're drawing them in. And even if they only stop here and they start doing effective fires on Alpha, what's going to happen with the other team? More often than not, they're going to try and take the hard locations, the hard targets. They're going to try and push here, clear through this fucking building, because how often have you gone to a fight at Yellow House and someone's in that building or trying to take it?
The other
9 out of 10, brother.
9 out of 10.
All the fucking time.
What it makes me think about too is like, okay, so let's say you set up an ambush and it's moderately effective. Like you said, get the hell out of there. Just reset.
Exactly.
Like don't commit to kill every single fucking person.
So if you look at this, which one? This one? So a thing you can do to make this a little bit more deliberate is rally points and break contact marks, right? So these areas you're already pre-establishing, even if they're not a marker on the map because you got too much going on, you give your element, your squad, a team, your break contact azimuth, That way they know which way to go, right? We're not trying to get decisively engaged here. We're trying to commit an ambush. We're trying to kill as many people as possible. We're trying to confirm as many as possible. If it's one squad, we can probably handle it. 2 squads is going to be fucking spicy. If it's the whole platoon hitting this, we're probably not going to win that engagement, as cool as that would fucking be. So by pre-establishing your break contact points, and at least, even if your squad leader's not doing it, because I want this to be applicable to everybody from all levels down, you need to know before you get into a fight, which direction you need to run away to. Like, okay, if I break over here, I have a ridge line, I have concealment, I have cover, there's some rocks. If I'm these guys, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta cross. Then I got a building, a hard target, and I have some concealment, and I can come in off the non-contact side and break over. Same thing. So these are considerations you're making as an individual, as a team leader, and as a squad leader. So having these fallback rally points when you're setting up an ambush, do it, even as an individual. So, because then you do it again. You take this formation, now you're in a V, then you move in that same thing and you set it up again, and you do it again and again and again until they're on the cache and everyone's panicking.
Slightly higher level question, and feel free to just skip it, but what is, like, you got a big ass map, like how do you choose where you're setting these things up?
I'm not going to go too deep into it because that is a little bit of a higher level question. You're looking at observation fields of fire. You're looking at your terrain. You're looking at cover and concealment, and you're looking at most likely avenues of approach. So
it's relative to the caches too.
Yeah, relative to the caches, what you're trying to do, what your end state goal is. If we're playing AZ on attrition, we're trying. You would like to keep everyone generally together in order to support. But if you're the element kicked up to the north, you're the farthest. You can still set these ambushes up. You can still do that, just knowing that you're going to break contact towards them. Or if you're defending a cache that's over here and you're still that element, you don't want to draw them in there. You might have to pull back off this way, and this is a bad example of a direction to go because it's a fucking open danger area. But you're making those considerations either as team leader or squad leader. But that's as kind of far as I'll go into it today.
Yeah.
So, all right. So if everyone is prepared, this is going to be the practical exercise. Don't leave until I'm fucking done talking about this. But how it's going to work, we're going to go into training server 2. You're going to join the AZ. There should already be cadre in the roles. And we're going to do some movements of contact and practice these formations with all the teams. So what's going to happen is we'll do movement to contact in the squad wedge. We're going to rotate each team. Alpha's going to be in front. Bravo will be in front. Charlie will be in front. And then we'll switch over to the staggered V. All right. Cadre will be treating it tactically. They'll give you feedback and stuff like that, but they're going to try and tell you, like, hey, they're going to use your comms, team leaders to communicate. So if you want to get into those team leader roles and you want to practice that and do that, we'll try and keep this communication as in-game and Bellum coded as possible, so that way you're getting some practical feel for it. We're not going to do an ambush for every single squad because I don't want to waste you guys' time. But I'll pick a squad, and we'll do a quick demonstration. So 1-1, you'll be assigned with me. We're just going to push straight to the north. If you join 1-2, they're going to kick straight to the west with your squad leader. If you're 1-3, you're going to kick straight to the east, and then 1-4, if there's anyone left, we'll go south. And then if anyone hops in or doesn't know, do your best to help people who miss some of the training, but don't let their lack of knowledge and their inability to be here on time, and it's not their fault because IRL always takes priority. Don't let it slow down training, right? Get your reps in, so do your best there. And then at the very end, we'll try and get a class photo. I'll try and stream my POV just so you guys can kind of see. Feel free to deafen and mute me if it's distracting. And yeah, Cadre, is everyone ready?
Yep.
Ready.
All right. Sounds good.
At the moment.
All right, so load in and we'll rock and roll.
It's training server 2, by the way.
I'm going to push myself to push to talk, so that way I don't fucking blast you guys' ears.
Beagle, you might want to put some POI markers where you want each squad to go.
Roger, Wilco, give me a second.
Is this anybody can join?
Sapper, I need to
Yeah, anyone can join.
I need to fix my in-game comms real quick. I've been having some Logitech issues.
No problem. All right, 1-1 is going to go to the north, 1-2 is going to go to the west, 1-3 is going to go to the east, and 1-4 you're going to go to the south. And then you're just going to find open terrain. Try not to do this on a wood line. Just try and pick like a spot that's clear, and we'll go from there. Guys in 1-1, give me a second while I fix all my settings so it's streaming and all that stuff, and then I'll walk you through it.
Sapper is streaming.
Alright, thank you. Watch, I need to go soon, so. Alright, thank you.
All right, Alcon, this is 1-1. Sorry, headed to your markers. Kadra, you got the control your elements. Let me know once you finish your first iteration of the squad wedge, and then we'll go to the staggered V, and then we'll all reconsolidate for ambush and class photo. All right, I'm going to be talking in Discord, so that way if you can't attend this class, you can still hear. Feel free to deafen me if you're already inside the game. Sounds good.
Hello, people to the stream. Just making my way towards the position for 1-1 so we can film them. If you're wondering why I'm currently running.
All right, Afer, let's fucking rock and roll. 1-1. Let's just try and get to an open area. We don't need to push too far. All markers are, what's it called? Suggestions. Do what makes sense. Try and get them in the open for this. All right, 1-1, rally on me. I know I made you walk all the way over there, but I'm sorry.
How's gameplay on a live server? I haven't tried yet.
It is fantastic. This has quickly become my favorite game of this genre, so let that be simple.
Is it like easy to adapt?
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously to depend on who you're playing with, and if you find a.
All right, 1-1. Everyone that was here for this training kind of has an idea of what's going on, how it's going to work.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Captain. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to have Alpha Team. You're going to be my lead element. I'm going to have the medic with me. We're going to flex in between. I want the RPG team posted to the west, and then the team posted to the east. So just like the picture. Sorry, I mean, that's not like the picture. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So how we're going to do is we're going to step off and we're going to kind of treat it like it's like a real game. All right? All right, so Alpha Team, I want you to step off. You're gonna get over 150 meters, and then we're gonna move with them. Bravo, Charlie. As soon as Alpha Team gets into their position, you guys are gonna kick out further east. I want you to drift east and west. Let's get a big old fucking wedge going. Alpha, you're good to step.
Alpha Team on me. I'm gonna run point. I want you guys about 20 meters on either side of me. Yeah, I'm missing my alpha guy who's sitting next to SL. Okay, copy. Copy. Alpha stepping on.
hold a little bit. Let Alpha push. Hold it. I didn't realize they were slowing down a little bit.
Charlie Bravo, hold, get to concealment. Alpha's getting a little slow, so we'll wait for them to push farther ahead.
From Bravo's holding.
Alpha, you can pick up the pace. Don't worry about it. So take a gander at your watch. The ideal is to kind of have this kind of separation or further, depending on the terrain. So keep this kind of in mind, well, what you're looking at and how it's looking. Obviously, I don't want you stopping in the middle of a field and on top of a ridge skylining yourself typically, but for training purposes in an open area, first time moving, that's how we're operating.
Regarding Alpha's position.
What about it?
Regarding it, when they are within that boundary, do we wait a little bit more for them, for example, to cross past that tree line to also move? Because we don't want to blunt the coverage that we have up there, right?
Yeah, exactly. So team leaders will be controlling. Like I said, this is a flexible formation. It's not locked in stone. A lot of these concepts, you need to be thinking about cover, concealment, and avenues of approach. Alpha, you're good to step off way more. Everyone step off. Let's go.
Just getting a bit of a file.
Continue operating bearing 351. Bravo, I still want you to drift more to the east. AT own that high ground. Alpha push through. Bravo will support from behind. Contact front. Alpha, you're engaged. Bravo, Charlie, start getting into position. Hold your fire. Bravo, Alpha, break contact back to us. Bravo, you have the eyes. All right, they're assaulting. Alpha, push past me, blow past. Charlie, Bravo, open fire.
Alpha, let's set.
Alpha, get into the fight. Hey, keep your rates of fire slow. This is training, so I want you to have ammo at the end of it. Gotcha. Squad is out in the open. They're pushing up on us. All right, they're dead. Oh shit, it's a fucking another platoon. Bravo, start breaking contact. Alpha, hold.
So let me know when you want me
A firm. Squad standby for entire break.
POI. Previous POI, Bravo.
All right, break. Index. Does anyone kind of have a feel for that idea, that concepts? Are there any kind of questions about it?
Negative seems pretty solid. I like how dynamic it is. Like you were covering over the training as well, or the slideshow.
Yep. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that's you would have got lit the fuck up in any scenario crossing that linear danger area. Ideally, if you could get down, pump rounds into them, there's a very low chance you're able to break contact. But the ideal scenario for AZ is that we still have 2 other team leaders that are alive and the squad leader, and we have 4 lives. So for game purposes, sure, you're dead and that really sucks, but we'll be able to reconstitute you and still be an effective fighting element instead of ranger styles of, yeah. Exactly. So, all right, let's switch the lead element. Charlie, you'll take point. Everyone just rotate to the right. And let's rock and roll through it again. Direction of travel is going to be bearing 313. Affirm. Bravo, I want you to be on the left side of Charlie. Alpha, I want you to take the right side. Just start drifting into position as we walk. 1-2, 1-3, 1-1. How you guys doing? Affirm.
1-3,
1-3.
we just talked through our first example. Ready to do some more.
Gotcha. 1-1 just finished the first iteration. Moving on to the second team in point. And I'll let you guys know when I'm done with my full wedge practice. Let me know when you guys are done with your wedges.
Copy. Will do.
Yeah, this area is scary as shit if we were actually.
Element hold. I want Bravo.
to see this.
Double time it to the southwest. Get that triangle. Typically, I wouldn't stop you in the middle of a field like this, but just for training purposes, so you can see and get our spacing. Medic, I want you to detach and reattach to your alpha element.
We should be somewhat good. Actual, how is this distance?
So we're a little close. Ideally, as this forward element, like you guys, if I was Rangers, I could look and see you guys pretty closely. If we're the furthest element moving in a wedge, we really need to kick it out. So that way, only one team is ever really kind of out in the open and can be spotted. So for this iteration, let's drift our wings out, Bravo and Alpha. I really want you guys to drift left and right. So.
Affirm, Bravo's moving.
All right, Charlie, you're good to step off. Alpha Bravo, stand by for walk markers, or stand by for walk. Alpha, hold. So it's a very different play style from Ranger and Satyr. You guys got to really think about not being close enough that they can see two parts of this team at any time. Does that make sense? That's kind of the ideal. When we switch to the staggered V, it'll be a lot closer. All right. Affirm. Bravo Charlie starts. Bravo Alpha starts stepping off. Charlie, you're clear to keep moving. Charlie's in contact. Charlie's in contact. Charlie, this is lead. What's going on? Break to the northeast. Break to the northeast. Bravo, I want you to hold, fixate, cover their retreat. Bearing 342. Affirm, Bravo. Do what makes sense. Alpha, you set? Affirm. Charlie, you are no longer taking fire. I want you to continue rotating past Alpha. Get into those trees to your northeast. We're going to shift our orientation. Everyone else, hold your ground. Let's see if we can walk into the field. Charlie's taking fire. Alpha Bravo, you have eyes. Engage. I want to see at least one grenadier pop. Let's go, boys. Hey, that was a beautiful shot. Affirm. Hey, be advised, I got eyes on another squad coming in bearing 352. We're going to break contact. Alpha, you're going to be our support by fire. Bravo, push back to where it makes sense. We're going to start pulling back.
Yep.
Charlie, get through the wood line. All right, ceasefire, index.
I was gonna say,
All right, everyone feel fucking warm and cozy about that?
No, absolutely not. Bravo's position was awful.
Yeah, well, so for training purposes, I'm sorry that we're walking through a field for the crawl, walk, run phase. So not the most ideal. Let's go for this last iteration. Let's try and be a little bit more tactical about it, cover to cover, and try to make it a little bit more practical because we're on our third run. Bravo, you're going to take point. Everyone rotate positions.
Copy. Want Bravo to hold for the moment while we reconsolidate.
Once you, this is 3-1-1. This is what you
Send it.
We got another repetitions here.
Do you want Bravo to hold while we reconsolidate?
What's this position time?
Bravo, just push to the front and north while everyone else gets in behind you. 1-1 is on their last iteration for our wedge, and then we're going to shift over. Just start doing the staggered V. Yeah, Alpha shift west. Yeah, shift to the west, Alpha. All right, so way we can do this in game, if you're a squad leader or a team leader, right? Let's say we're consolidating in fucking this area, pull out your ATACs, just give them specific spots to go to, right? So how I'll do it in game, I'll do this. Let's see. And like I said, it's not a great spot because we're in the middle of the fucking open danger area, but Bravo, hold once you get to the edge of the tree line. Right, yeah, so you can use your ATAC in order to kind of orient your guys to start off with and kind of get that spacing set. The way I do things is I always use SPF to represent Bravo and then a rally to represent Charlie. So when we're doing this, and LCC to represent Alpha. So that way everyone always knows who they're assigned to, and I say that at the beginning of the game. So. Yeah, right now my shit was broken. It is what it is. Because Bravo is going to be in front, and they're never supposed to really be in front with the machine gun, it doesn't really matter, but that's kind of the general idea. All right, so we're going to step off. We're going to head generally north. Let's continue going. I'll set objective markers. Stand by for marks. Bravo, you're good to fucking step off. Alpha Charlie, step off. Give him 10 seconds.
Let's get some spacing, guys. One to my west, one to my east.
Copy.
Charlie, marker on your right is going to be your general direction. Try and use cover and concealment to the best possible. Break Alpha. Marker is set off to the west. Try and get across that ODA as quickly as possible once Bravo's pushed across more. Bravo, continue operating headed north. Actual A-firm. Bravo, you're taking contact close, north in that tree line. Time now. Bravo team leader, give me some marks. Alpha team, Charlie team, start orient your guns in that direction. Stand by for fires. If you see anybody, fucking mark it. Hey, Bravo is decisively engaged. Bravo, if you're able to break contact to the east, I say again, if you're able to break contact to the east, do it time now. Charlie, dump an RPG into that fucking AO. Everyone light them up.
AR, keep up some suppressive. Let's get the Grenadier moving as well. Or rifleman moving.
A-firm Alpha, let me know when you can see. Bravo, pop smoke and fucking go, boys.
Breaking directly east of our POI.
A-firm, AT, PID. A firm. Bravo, how you doing?
Bravo is set on our east. We broke off.
I'm empty, reloading.
A firm. It looks like a squad-sized element. Half of them are down. Continue engaging that woodline.
Gun up.
All right, index. All right, easy peasy. Pretty simple concepts. Not very difficult to use, pretty flexible. So try and use the terrain to your best judgment. Make sure your team leaders have that kind of freedom and they know like, hey, don't stand in the open. Try and use cover and concealment and be flexible. So any questions on that before we switch to staggered V? Yep. All right, so the ideal, right? Bravo team, they're in front. Unfortunately, they got wiped out immediately. Our main concern is making sure we don't fully mass cal. So we'll have one of these two teams supporting. If we're still able to get effective fires on the team that killed them, we'll do it. But if it's more than we can handle and we're not going to be able to win this fight and fucking pick them back up, we're going to break contact, continue moving away from contact so that way they can reconstitute. AZ has more lives than everyone else, so we're able to kind of do that. But there's one of the considerations as a squad leader, team leader, hey, Alpha team has gone down twice already and to reconstitute. We're going to shift it. Charlie team's going to take point now. Does that make sense? Answer your question? Awesome. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So we're kind of outside the AO and like where we normally play. So we'll try to shift into the AO so it's more applicable. But this is all like the tactical sprint run areas that we normally do. So it's not as easy to kind of see. Yeah, and yeah, you can do that. This depends on how confident you are in your rifleman and your communication, your comms. So we're gonna reorient. Let's all gather in that forest where Bravo's at, and we'll shift into the staggered V formation. And I'll set markers for you guys to kind of get an idea of it. All stations is 1-1. We have finished the wedge formation. We are switching to staggered V time now. Team leaders, kill dead markers if you can.
3 copied.
Kill your dead markers if they're set.
Bravo cleared markers.
I'm gonna fucking sprint my happy ass a little bit closer to you guys. Stand by. So order of movement is going to be Alpha is going to be in front. Bravo is going to be the rear element. And AT, I'm going to be kicking you out first. Is that ridgeline to your guys east? Is that go down or is that up? I can't tell on the map.
I believe that down.
Okay, Charlie, I want you to kick all the way over into that fucking forest down the ridgeline. Marker set. And then get into position and I'm gonna fucking catch up.
Say again?
Before we get into this block of instruction, are there any questions, concerns about how this formation is kind of going to look and move?
It's going to be the horizontal V, right?
What's our...
Go to the downslope, so you're going to be far away.
Our direction of travel east?
Negative. I'm going to set markers. We're going to go north and then kind of hug that ridgeline to the east. I'll set markers for movement. Standby.
I'll copy.
For staggered V, we're going to try and keep it a little bit more tactical and less of the fields, but still training purposes wise. So the staggered V it gives you more command and control, and it keeps your team, your squad, a little bit more together. But you do still have a third team that's kicked out as kind of a reconnaissance, observation, listening post kind of element. So they're on the most likely avenue of approach or most likely enemy approach. So that way they can kind of scout out and hold your far flank, and you're still getting good eyes while you're having better control moving through these kind of ridge lines and trees. All right, Alpha, push to that marker, and then Bravo, push to the southern edge of that forest, and we'll step off.
Affirm.
All right, Alcon, take a look at your maps. The intent, Alpha or Bravo, you're going to follow the ridgeline north of that and continue scanning through the trees. All markers are suggestions. Use your best judgment. I want some good spacings. Charlie, you're going to be my element kicked out to the east. It's a little more open, so keep it slow. Move cover to cover. If we see anybody, call it out. I want you guys running parallel to my element at all times. I'll copy.
To clarify our prerogative, we are just going to be following behind Alpha for this, Bravo?
Affirm. So the staggered V is a little tighter, a little more controlled, and Bravo is following behind Alpha, kind of like its squad fireteam wedge.
Okay, yeah. Bravo copies.
METC. So if we look at our fucking our environment right now, let's kind of keep it.
Where are we expecting contact?
Let's see. Let's keep it crossing over. We'll call it 100 meters, 50 meters. It's a little tighter than our last one, so.
Most likely, the contact.
The kicked out formation with so AT in this scenario, they'll be significantly spread out, so they'll be much farther from us. So let's step off.
I would probably want my AR on my right side just in case, but Bravo stepping.
Also keep in mind, if Charlie gets assaulted, where are they going to break contact to? Yep, south and then west. Always trying to make that V. Affirm, continue maneuvering to next marker.
Bravo 1 south is in that tree line we're moving.
Affirm Alpha, continue blowing past.
Alright, Bravo move. Double time it. This is a pretty area from that.
Affirm. Continue maneuvering. Charlie, affirm. Charlie, you got eyes on objective enemy marker. They do not see you. All right, call it out, and let's treat it like you've seen someone right now out at that marker. A firm 083 from your pause. All squad standby. Hold. Alpha contact, close, grenade range. Charlie, you can see them walking into the woods. A firm, Charlie. Alpha, they're close, Alpha, they're close.
Alpha, move west, move west.
All right, ceasefire, ceasefire. Continue treating like it's live. All right, index. All right, quickly pull out your ATACs. So this kind of area was a little more complex. Wanted to change it up a bit. So you saw how it was difficult for Alpha team to break contact north and away because Bravo was pushing. That's going to happen. It depends on your communication with your Bravo team leader. So Bravo decided they were going to push north to kind of support, but I don't think Alpha was really tracking that. So remember, this is Insurgent Tactics. It's not doctrine that you have to go in that fucking direction and break off to the left, but you want to try to. If you can't do it and the terrain dictates that you're not unable to make those kind of movements and those kind of maneuvers, Bravo team, Alpha team communicate, like, hey, this is not going to fucking push. We're going to push straight west instead of breaking off to the back and left. Does that make sense?
Copies. Was it a wise decision for Bravo for me to have Bravo kind of get a full like a line coverage for Alpha?
So here's my leadership philosophy. If you can justify it and it makes sense, I'll fucking back you up all day. If you're able to justify what you did to me and it makes tactical, logical sense, fucking rock and roll it. Make those kind of decisions. As a team leader, as a squad leader, that's how you should operate at all times. So sure, it might not be doctrine, but it's also a video game. But if it makes tactical sense, fucking do it. And just make sure you're communicating. So in this situation, I'm not on the ground next to you. I can't see the terrain. You need to make that kind of determination. And if you think that would have been the best move there, let's rock and roll with it.
Copy. Copy. I think that the way you did it was good because you tracked or you shifted directly past us, so it was kind of like a backwards bounding. The philosophy that I had there was just to cover your north so that we had like a line formation going, so we had full fire down that hillside.
No, there's no op4. So if you're near them, just fucking bounce away. All right, so we're going to reset. We're going to kind of just go directly south. AT, you're now the lead element. Bravo, you're still going to be... Actually, we'll rotate you. Bravo, I want you to kick out to the east. And then Alpha, you're going to be trail. We're headed generally south.
Copy, Bravo's in east.
Stand by. Markers are set. Alpha, I want you to sprint down the ridgeline and get right behind Charlie. Yeah, just hold what you got. Allcom, this is 1-1. We are moving on to our second iteration of Staggered V. How you guys doing over there?
Roger, once you get the last rep, then by.
A-firm 1-3. Try not to die. You have to go around like your medic did.
Bravo, let's get on these green fences for some concealment.
Yeah. Fucking feet and knees together, boys.
SL, Bravo's at a green fence. There's a lot of open area directly to our east. Do you want us to hold?
Yeah, do what makes sense to you. Markers are always suggestions. Send it.
Advise, where do you want us for this next iteration of the ambush?
Final iteration will be general vicinity grid of marker standby. Or, final position will be in vicinity grid of general marker standby. Mike 6-8.
Roger, Yellow House.
Yeah,
Mike
I think
6-8.
I was just about to say. I thought.
Roger, Yellow House.
Bravo's to
1-3.
continue moving
Did you say you want
southward.
us moving there now or later?
Negative. Once you're done with all of your iterations, then we'll start drifting with that location.
3 copied.
Do you have drones?
All right, sorry boys, I was on command.
Bravo's to continue moving south.
Yep, Charlie, you're leading. Bravo, you're going to be in the rear, Bravo, you're going to be the recon element, and then Alpha, you're going to be in the rear. Sorry, I always say Bravo in the rear.
Confirm. Get up to this tree line then.
Yo, fire team lead.
Yes.
Roger, head in that general direction. You're good to step.
Insurgents have drones.
I don't think so. No.
Bravo, I want you to run parallel with them at your discretion. Cover to cover, concealment to concealment.
If from Bravo is at a red building right now, we are shifting over with them.
Because they hear a drone fairly close.
A-firm Alpha, move on your mark. Most likely contact is going to be to the east.
Bravo is going to temporarily hold. We have a large defilade directly to our south. We cannot oversee the pause. If we do anticipate contact east, we have no coverage or no cover.
A-firm. Charlie and Alpha are going to continue moving through that fucking forest line, and they're going to reorient bearing east. Stand by for follow-on marker.
Bravo copies. Standing by. Okay, guys, let's get into this building.
Team leaders, new marks are set. Charlie, your end state's to move to rally point break. Alpha, you're going to follow behind and hold at marker X-ray 8-5. How copy?
Thank you.
Roger. Bravo, are you able to push east across that road into that tree line?
Stand by action. Say again on your pause.
Are you able to shift east across that open area into those trees?
A lot of open ground, but we can get it done. I'm going to funnel my guys out one by one with some break-in turret.
Roger, bro. Bravo, send me an up when you're there.
All right. Ralphman, you go out first. We're going to just get to that tree line by the road on that rally mark.
Copy.
AR, I'm going to be right behind the rifleman. You'll go last.
Copy.
All right, I'm moving.
Roger, Charlie, stand by.
Moving.
Break, 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 break. Charlie, you have a fire team that just stood up directly in that tree line in front of you.
Bravo, reorient south.
A-frame team leaders, get your marks up, fucking get guns popping, and Charlie, break contact.
Charlie, Bravo has eyes on the contact that you are engaging right now. We are in a flank position. We are on the rear.
Bravo team lead, make those fucking fires on your call. Alpha, make sure you're coordinating in.
Frag out.
Say again?
Frag out.
Fire team is trying to shift west towards you, Alpha. Time now.
Reloading. Up. Bravo, start shifting
Reloading.
along this tree line. We can keep harassing them. Keep up that suppressive fire.
Hey, break. 1-9 has eyes on fucking troops moving in from the fucking village. You need to break contact northwest. Time now. Bravo, I want you to fucking hold in place. Alpha, Charlie, start bounding back through the fucking forest we just came from. How copy?
Where you taking contact from?
Say again, you want Bravo to hold position?
Bravo, hold pause. Set up support by fire. Stand by to break.
Bravo copies. AR, I need you to orient your gun into the village. Revman, keep up that suppressive fire on the tree line to our break.
All right, index.
Copy.
Right, hold.
Index.
Hold. We're good.
All right. How did that iteration feel? A little more complex, a little more real world.
That felt
good to me.
pretty confident on my end.
Awesome. It's all good. It's why we're getting reps in. All right, we're gonna do one last fucking movement, and then we'll be at our final iteration. We're at our final iteration, then we'll move into ambush. So Bravo, you're gonna be lead element. Stand by for marks.
Ghazi, did you say?
And then Alpha, you haven't been kicked out, right?
Did you say we were filming or something? Oh yeah.
All right, Alpha, shift to LCC marker. AT, shift over to rally marker. Support by Bravo element. I want you to move to support by fire marker.
Hey, from Bravo's in route.
Yo, how do you check your mags?
Direction of travel is going to be generally southwest towards that final objective marker, Mike 28. This is one send it.
Okay, thanks.
Advise that one should be one mic out from position. What position you want us on?
Ooh, okay.
You wish.
Oh, I have one mag left.
1-2 A firm. 1-1 is on their final iteration. We're going to do a movement to contact towards that marker.
Ooh, okay.
Here, do you want this big drum mag? Yeah.
All right, all 5 teams, let me know when you're set. I'm going to try and run to the middle, and I'll be a part of this movement.
Here, you can have 16 rounds. Oh, unlucky.
Bravo is set.
A firm. Stand by. Squad leader's running his happy ass over there. Yep, that's my bad. Bearing southeast. I forget my directions.
Here,
Team building. Let's call it team building.
Move a little bit southeast, like just maybe 5-10 meters. AR, you stay. That's good, actually. What you were just around that tree. All right, that's decent.
All right, I'm going to trail behind Charlie. Alpha, or let's see, yeah, Charlie. Bravo, you're good to step off. Alpha, fucking, I want you to parallel.
Step off southeast, follow those rally marks.
Charlie, you move on your call.
For those arrow marks. Charlie. Charlie, Alpha, just be advised there is a large clearing we're gonna have to cross along the way.
Actual A-firm. Continue blowing through this open danger area. Let's get fucking quick. We have 1-2 supporting us to the south. A from Charlie, I'm with you. Bravo, A firm. Break, break, break. Bravo, you got contacts crossing the MSR towards you. Time now.
Alright. AR, I want you in this building. Get on the window overlooking.
Copy.
Bravo, they just saw you. They're lighting you up.
Yep, we're in contact. They are left to right in the tree line directly across the MSR.
A firm, Charlie, I need you to fucking push up. Time now. Bravo, when you can break contact north. Alpha, let me know when you got eyes. Hey, Bravo team leader just fucking went down.
Alright. Good.
Hey, Bravo, break, break, break. Break contact north. Break contact north.
Alright, breaking contact, Bravo, let's move north.
A firm, leave your casualty.
Are you good?
Leave me! Leave me! You have to go! Go! No, like, actually,
A firm, they're in the field.
Go!
Ah, he's shooting! He's shooting me! He's shooting me! He's dead! No, he's dead! How'd he die?
Alright, enemy squad is breaking contact east. Time now towards objective north, November 26.
So you killed him. Oh.
Bravo has broken contact. Over. We're still without squad leader.
A firm, Bravo. Alpha, I need you to hold there. I want Charlie and Bravo start sweeping back through that wood line. We're gonna fucking take the fight to them. Get up on that MSR.
Copy. Alright, Bravo, let's stick behind this Nephalite and do that.
Let's push out east. I like your funny mask. Yeah. No, I don't.
Line up, line up, line up.
Bravo has eyes on contact.
Yeah, I got burned.
A firm, see if you can get 1-7 to pick up your casualty. Continue getting fires. A firm. All right, index, index, index. Index, index, index. How'd that feel, boys? I'm running you.
I liked it. I mean, the movement felt good. The comms were there. Everything seemed fine to me. Outside of like, you know, not having an op-core to actually shoot at to make that delineation, but.
Yeah, we're going bang bang, fucking 240 sounds, but.
Yep. No, I thought it was good.
Awesome. Anyone else? Any concerns, questions about movement? You saw how kind of dynamic and flexible it is. I try to make it so that you could or couldn't do exactly what the those images shown. Did that kind of come off?
It did, yeah.
I think it translated really well. I definitely felt more confident after that first couple. Again, I like how dynamic the position is. It's very fluent, I'll say.
Awesome. Cool. So I'm right here with you guys. We're moving into the last phase. I'm gonna fucking call out on command net that we're done and we can rally. So let's see how it goes.
It's good timing, and it was good timing for you to say I died because holy fuck, I ran out of ammo.
All right. All calm. This is 1-1. How you guys doing?
I'm out too. Am we gonna spare mag? Spare mag?
One shoe is moving at this time inside the waypoint.
Hold out J to get
Real
nice.
good.
Somebody
I think
give me a
my
rocket,
character
can step in
translates
there,
from
okay?
real life over here. He's just asthmatic as fuck.
Nice. All right. 1-1 is done with all iterations. 1-2, you're done. How are we looking? 1-3.
This is 1-3.
All of us have funny masks.
Yeah, so asthmatic.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna get into this final iteration. It's gonna be kind of an example bait and ambush.
Oh.
Does he have a spare mag?
Ammo, should I redeploy?
Yeah. Give me everyone start redeploying in 1-1 except one rifleman, so that way they can do it. What's up, boys and girls?
Hi, Beagle.
How'd it go?
Oh, the fuck, we times 2.
Dude, just make sure that you don't like ask questions about
How?
We did this to each other the whole time, pretty much.
Talking about that.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right, all right, hey, clear, all right, hey, clear comms, clear comms, clear comms, comms. All right, hey, so we're gonna go into our final iteration here. It's gonna be exactly out of the lesson plan, so you guys can actually kind of see how that kind of looks in place. So, any volunteers for taking over this? All right, 1-1 it is. 1-1's gonna be taking over the bait. So we're gonna set it up. Basically how that fucking image set, so you guys can kind of see these things in action. 1-1, make sure you redeploy so everyone's fucking reloaded.
Do you want to take TL?
And I'll take Cadre to be op 4. Yep.
Just trying to respawn, please. Make it cohesive, but you're doing fantastic.
No, dude, I'm
Inshallah, Habibi.
Maple of my plays. Knowledge base.
Sounds good.
You want me to go op 4 is what you're saying?
Thing that I would say
we can go
is to be more decisive.
Just act as op 4, you know what I mean?
All right.
Doing great.
Cool.
Hey, so
Sometimes you gotta keep us moving.
if you are not in 1-1 and you're not assigned to the Cadre, who's going to be doing the op 4 for this, objective marker November.
It's decisiveness and confidence.
Sorry, disregard. Objective marker Yankee 4-1. Start heading into that fucking woodland.
But they're all the right calls, is the thing.
1-1, this is op 4. We're gonna be pushing northbound into the village and wait there for your call.
Affirm.
That's why we're practicing, bro. That's why we're practicing.
Hey, so give me a second
You
to
can't even
respawn,
kill me,
stay with
cheesy.
Maple.
All right.
I really wish I could.
Funny mask.
Because you're bad.
Okay.
You should absolutely be
Yeah.
delighted because I'm using the last
All right. Hey, if you're like I said, if you're not in 1-1 and you're not on op 4, start moving to Yankee 4-1. You can switch over to the Discord so you can hear me talk if you like, because you're not going to hear squad comms. Rescue 1-1. I stand by for markers.
Aimed that at my head.
All right, hey, Alpha Team, you're going to occupy this pause at the LCC break. Bravo, you're going to shift over to the rally point. But I want you to kick off your machine gunner to Charlie. Charlie, you're going to take support by fire spot. How copy? Hey, from Alpha. Exactly. Medic, I want you to detach and attach to the... we'll give you to the rally marker. You'll go with Bravo without their machine gun.
So say again where you want Alpha?
Alpha, you're going to hold right here without your machine gun. You're going to be the bait, this small ambush, and you're going to fall back.
Cool.
Charlie, you guys are gonna kick across the road?
I got told to stay over here.
All right, Alcon, once you get into your positions, give me an up.
Beagle, did you call anyone else other than Cadre to come here as support?
Just Cadre, and if you bring anyone extra, that's fine, but just Cadre.
I got Maple here, so I think we're good.
Yeah, Maple's fine.
So what's 1, 2, and 1, 3 doing?
A-firm, set into the rally mark, use that cover and concealment and terrain to your best advantage, reshift your fucking fires to make sense to cover them along that MSR break.
A little bit forward into the trees.
Was using the wrong chat for that, my bad. But I do want you to break off your machine gunner and attach them to AT. So AT will have the machine gun looking down on the objective. How copy?
You can say super cool things like prep to ambush, all those fun things.
A-firm. Stand by. I'm going to give Alpha some information here. A-firm, stand by.
I guess we're doing our little pseudo.
All right, Alpha. So the general enemy should be towards the village to the northeast. You're setting up an observation point, and you're gonna fucking... A-firm, stand by. Op 4 is going to step off. You're going to conduct a small ambush. If you look at your map, oh, say, hey, hold. Hey, ceasefire. Who the fuck is shooting?
Might be 1-3.
Oh, okay. Hey, so it's a rogue, can't do anything about it. Everyone else ceasefire. No, ceasefire. No, ceasefire. I don't know who was shooting there. So you guys are going to hold here. Op 4 is going to come in. You're going to engage them. You're going to break contact. You're going to break contact to your rally marker. Charlie and Bravo will initiate. Any questions? Roger. Rally's your yellow arrow. Pop smokes when you leave, all right? All right, hey, Charlie, Bravo, be advised, Alpha is going to be the forward observation and bait element. They're going to try and initiate contact with Op 4. Once they take contact, they're going to fucking dump some rounds in. They're going to break contact to the rally point on the marker. Check your ATACs, break. Once we get positive identification on Op 4, we're going to initiate with the machine gun fire, RPG, and the IED. How copy?
Kazi, you want to lay down some fire in this?
Bravo, your responsibility is making sure no squirters push out to the northeast. Charlie and Machine Gunner, you're going to try your best to support Alpha's break off to their rally point. Alpha, once you get to your rally point, start dumping fucking grenades into that location.
That's going to be your official position.
Alpha Cup.
All right, squad lead's going to get in position, and all cons standby.
You can't film and shoot?
And I guess so I think we're initiating.
All right, fair.
With the other squad that's in that building. Is what I'm.
SL, are we LARPing or just calling it out and in the place?
We're gonna have Op 4, 1-3, and 1-3 squad leader and 1-2 squad leader are gonna play Op 4. So anyone past our Alpha element is not friendly. All right, exercise is live. If you're not participating, don't fire. Everyone else stand by. Let's go.
Hey, 8-Ball, you're loaded up and everything?
Yep.
Sweet. I'm honestly not sure. I've seen people get hurt by laying down.
Hey, Beagle, we're ready to.
Yep, 1-3. You guys are good to step off Op 4.
Before you shut it off.
Seder and I was fine.
Even better. I'm not honestly sure.
SL, call you when you want me to take this contact.
Roger, hold so you can try and draw them as much as possible.
Fair enough.
Initiate on your call.
045. We'll initiate on the other squad. Light him up!
Alpha's engaged. All cons standby.
Frags!
Alpha. Smoke. Alpha's moving around.
So Alpha is moving to rally.
Affirm Alpha. All stations, stay disciplined. Let me know as soon as you see them. IED is set. Northern part of the yellow house. Call it out if you see them on it.
Alpha set.
Affirm, standby. Do you have PID? Initiate. Looks like they're holding, stand by. Keep getting those rates of fire. Hey, it looks like they're breaking contact north. Charlie and Bravo, we're gonna break back off this MSR. Alpha, start pulling back on the west side of the MSR. Let's start pulling back, boys. Charlie, cover Bravo.
Alpha copies. Alpha break rear into the tree line.
All right, index.
Yeah, everything.
Index. You feel free to hop back into the Discord.
Great work, boys.
We'll do a quick hot wash, and we'll take questions, and thank you for your time. So.
No, you did it magic, man. That's exactly what the exercise was. Cool. You're not bad at it. You just need some confidence. You're making the right calls. You're doing everything perfectly. It's just repetition.
That IED looked fucking beautiful.
I did say picture time. I did say picture time. Stand by. Everyone get to Yellow House. Break. Everyone get to Yellow House for a picture. TWS wants to get a picture of all you lovely folks before we do our hot wash. Thank you so much.
Beagle, you fucking suck at this.
You know what? I don't take fucking pictures, okay?
I vote we take another picture of every RPG firing a Beagle.
I vote we I vote we bully Beagle until he remembers to take pictures.
Agreed.
All right, hey, everyone get onto the south side of the fucking Yellow House. We'll take the picture looking down while you're firing at the fucking cameraman. Ghazi, if you're nearby, someone get him to fucking take the picture.
South says he's here.
We're gonna rally at the Yellow House for the picture real quick. Ghazi's gonna get to the south and take a picture, and then we'll debrief in Discord.
Get tight. Don't be shy.
Sapper, I just want to make it very clear. I'm going straight to Kerbal after this.
This guy, this gang guy.
Ceasefire. All right, get your fucking boys all situated. If you have an RPG, pull it out. If you have a special gun, pull it out. Get everything fucking set.
Let me get a rocket.
No smokes.
They're racist against the Chinese. They only give me an AK.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't tell you.
I don't think you can.
It's a control.
F1.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Alright, everyone say cheese.
For $1 million in free
Alright. Insurgents.
Insurgency.
Salami soldiers.
Allahu Akbar.
Alright, I'll fire. Fire right at him. All right, good shit. All right, hey, move to Discord. I'm fucking muting Bellum. Oh my god.
Can't hear anything.
I tried to push the
oh my god, that was so loud.
Game, a radio and stuff, but it looks like it doesn't work. So.
All right. So let's get back to the hot wash. Let me just pull up the fucking training real quick, and we'll fucking end this. So, not too bad.
You want to do hot wash with just cadre?
We'll do that after, but I want to get quick questions if you guys have any before we head out of here. So, 1 second. One second. Okay, more than 1 second.
1,000, 2, 1,000.
All right, I fucking hate you.
1,000.
All right, so if anyone has any questions, comments, how do you feel about it? Did you get? If you're confused about any topics, let me know now. Yeah. We'll take like 5 minutes to do it.
I'm a little bit confused on why the in-game radio doesn't seem to work. Or it just
I can't help you there.
Chroma has no questions or anything. I just want to reiterate, I like that position, how dynamic it is, that formation, and just thank you for introducing me to it. I like it a lot.
Awesome.
I'd like to know what's the when do you prioritize smokes as opposed to grenades? Because it's just I guess it was relatively blurry on when we were running it.
So it really depends on how close your contact is and how much deception you're trying to use. One of the things about smoke, especially in this game, everyone likes to hyperfixate on it and fire at it. I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone pop a smoke and then the enemy fucking pop a grenadier right on it. So the best practice, in my opinion, for this, don't throw smoke on your position and throw it away. Try and divert that kind of attention. So for that final IED break contact engagement, right? Our alpha team is breaking contact bearing southwest, and we know the enemy is here, and we know our friendlies are over here. So they could either pop smoke on the west side or east side to try and draw their kind of attention. I probably, if I was Alpha Team Leader, I probably would have popped smoke over here a little farther along, just so that way they're trying to get drawn across into this field, or they think, oh, I'm going to bold flank across, and they're bold flanking directly into our fires. So that's kind of the way I would think about it and use it. And you're using your terrain to your advantage in your thoughts. So any other questions?
Not really a question, but more of a comment. I was a little sad that we didn't do any reacting or learning how to properly place the IEDs and use them more effectively, since that was another thing that you'd mentioned.
So, funnily enough, I will continue doing some lessons in AZ. This was a kind of an introduction. Having an IED into an ambush makes that into a complex ambush. So we're moving kind of a little bit deeper into some more advanced topics. It's not that advanced, but it's not the bare basics. I will get that kind of set up. Just check the TWS training, and we'll post that in the future.
Gotcha.
And we also do training internal TWS. So if you're ever interested, we'll do more obviously outside of the Bellum official. So take a gander there if you guys are interested. I will post the class somewhere in our Discord. I'm not sure if it's going to go into the Bellum guides or the tactics guides, but once I figure that out, it'll be posted for you guys to check out.
Awesome. Thanks, boss.
If you guys have any feedback for me later on, just shoot me a message in our TWS in the Bellum or in training, either one. Just kind of if you have any feedback for things you want to see or change or what you liked about it, because I don't want to fucking stand up here and take too much of your guys' time away listening to how awesome I am as your fucking instructor. But I'm glad you guys were able to participate. I saw some really good training out there, and if anyone wants to make a quick comment about anything they want to see, like immediately concerned, fucking go for it right now.
One comment. Would you be able to, at a future point, go through what terrain fits what kind of formation? Because I think that would also be useful.
Yeah, so with 1-1, obviously because I am the one teaching this class, I was kind of able to be a little more flexible with pushing them through ridge lines. We made it a little bit more realistic by the end of it. Not sure how 1-2, 1-3 ran it, but we'll continue to do those kind of trainings. I'm also doing this training again next Thursday. So if you kind of want to tap into it and get some more reps in, feel free to join us. It's posted on in our Discord. So.
Does it get paid?
Yeah, it's more the consideration of like what is the terrain going to dictate what formation. I think
more likely it's going to be if you're moving through an open danger area or you are the lead element and you're not kind of following along one of these terrain features. So for this terrain feature, I would probably use a staggered V. So my fucking Alpha team over here, my Bravo team over here, order of travel is going to be to the west. Or sorry, east. I'm fucking stupid. And then I would have my my kick out element up here, right? So this area is not great for it, but you can still use that kind of concept even in this kind of terrain. But if we're up here and moving generally fucking north through this open danger area, that's when you kind of do the wedge, spread the fuck out. So your terrain will dictate when you're in tighter terrain and you need more command and control and maybe more immediate fires, that's when you go in the staggered V.
Yeah, I think if there's an actual lesson, like this is more common, like if there's an actual lesson for FTLs and squad lead, like, you know, when you're reading the terrain, once topo is actually also in the game too, it's like, okay, this is a terrain and this is kind of the consideration, and then this should be the formation you're going for. So just a comment.
Sounds good. We'll get some stuff out there. We got a lot of great squad leader classes and team leader classes coming up for both sides of the house, at least through TWS. And I know TPG and the other guys do some stuff, but some of the cadre you saw who were squad leading today, Gan, Victor, Souls, man, anyone who was here, thank you for your help. Again, I appreciate you guys taking your time out to play pretend with me and learn some random stuff for a video game, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. And I look forward to doing it again with you guys.
We are thankful for you, man. Thank you so much for hosting this.
Thank you. And like I said, push any comments into our Discord if you have any improves or things you want to see again. I'd really appreciate that kind of feedback. And cadre, we'll hot wash after this.
Thanks, Sapper. One more quick question.
All right, one more quick question. You got 30 seconds on the clock. Send it.
All right, 30 seconds. Can you show me how to airdrop in Broken Arrow and get everybody killed?
Oh my god. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that later.
And
all right. All right, boys and girls. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Have a good one, man.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
I just looked.
Peace,
at
brethren.
bunch of TWS. What the hell is this?
What do you mean?
I wonder.
I have no
there
idea,
might be
dude.
a strange little find your unit thing in the server, and I think that maybe those TWS guys might possibly have a server for you if you'd be interested in doing more things like
Load
this.
to the stream.
Find a unit.
We're gonna end the stream now. Thank you for watching. Good training, good training.
Fuck is all this?
It was a bit difficult to film them, like on foot, but
Question.
we got it done, you know?
Maybe check
Alright,
it out.
What the
Thank you
hell
for
is
watching.
this?